Okay, hello YouTube, and welcome to my next Oblivion video. In this video I will be showing you the best money making method without using any glitches, duplication, bugs, anything like that. It's not doing the thing where you pickpocket the guy thousands of times. It's not doing the thing where you get money off the vampire for a reward over and over and over. It's a completely legitimate way of making money, and it is very good. You can also very well that's not the right way of putting it. You can farm expensive and enchanted items by doing this very easily. So this is basically a run through of me doing it, well, half doing it, because the first half of the cave is already dead. Yeah, this loading screen takes ages because I've got every single DLC there is for Oblivion, which is good because it means I've got a lot of stuff to do, even though I've completed everything there is to complete really in the main game. I haven't fully completed the main storyline, but that's because I like having the Oblivion gates popping up everywhere so I can do stuff. So I've gotten just to that point. Yeah, my character's level 31, as I showed you in my previous video. If you haven't seen that, check it out. Go on my channel. I've got quite a bunch of good videos from different games. Yeah, again, long loading screens. I don't know if it's my Xbox or it's Oblivion, probably, but a bit of both. But yeah, shouldn't be too bad. Well, when you're doing this, just bear in mind that I'm level 31, so my loot is going to be a lot better than yours will be if you're a noob, because I presume, like, you're going to be a lower level. That's what I meant by noob. I presume you're probably going to be a lower level if you're watching this, because most higher levels know this already. Yeah. As you can see, I couldn't quite remember where I was, and then I remembered Sankator. Not a nice place. Don't like that place. Anyway, when like you don't want to fight people on your horse, just try and run off the pathway, because the NPCs get stuck behind rocks and things like that, and then you can get away pretty easily. Now I realise it's very close to the release of Skyrim now, only a few months, a couple of months maybe, and then that it seems a bit pointless to be releasing an Oblivion video now, but a lot of people are actually starting to play Oblivion. Now this place is called Rockmilk Cave, and I'm going to show you how to get to Rockmilk Cave from the stables in, oh, I can't remember which city it was. Braville, was it? No, whatever city I just went to. You saw it, you know. You can just rewind the video and see which city I was talking about. Anyway, it's the two bottom cities. It's Leowin and I think it's Braville. I'm not sure. Right. Now, I'm doing this by horse. It go exactly the same route if you're by horse, on foot, or whatever. If you're on the computer, you can use your mods or something like flying dragons and shit. I've seen that. Yeah, watch out for that little place there. That's usually got some stuff in it, so try not to go too close or you might find yourself getting chased. Now, for me, when you get to my level, pretty much the whole world is just a big old hellhole, because there's mountain lions and shit, and like really high level bears and that everywhere, as you can see. And that little fucker won't leave me alone for like most of the rest of the journey until he finds a bandit to eat. Yeah, so just follow where I go, and from there you'll find yourself in Rockmilk Cave. Now, back onto the topic of Skyrim. Well, Skyrim is one of the biggest games this year, and a lot of people didn't actually play, didn't actually have like Oblivion before they got Skyrim. I know that Oblivion was the first Elder Scrolls game that I got. I've never played any of the others. I probably never will. Although I'd like to. I think it might do, but I don't know how to get my hands on any of the other games now. And to pay £10 for Morrowind, which is the cheapest I've seen, it just doesn't seem worth it, because Oblivion is £10 now. But you never know, I might do. And yeah. So yeah, now the lion just decides to eat that bandit instead. Yeah, so anyways, a lot of people have seen Skyrim, thought, oh, that looks amazing, but I've never played a game like that before. So they go and they want to buy Oblivion so they can get used to the gameplay style. Now, I have a couple of friends who've done this, although most of them just like borrow them off a friend. I myself have lent out Oblivion quite a few times for people to use and that. And fortunately, I've got the Game of the Year edition, in which you get Shivering Isles and Knights of the Nine free. So every friend I've got who's played this, I've also given the disc which allows them to use Shivering Isles, or at least offered to give them the disc. Will-o-wisps, cheeky little fuckers. You have to have enchanted, silver or daedric weapons to kill those, because they're a kind of ghost. Or spirit. Right, so on the way here, I mean, once you get there for the first time, you don't have to do this again because you've got it on your map. But I just thought I'd show you it because a lot of YouTube videos don't actually show you how to get there on a horse or by foot. And it's literally just following the road up to a certain point and then just going off to the right. It's pretty easy to get the idea of its general whereabouts because there are a lot of other things around it, so you can kind of know where to look. Plus, on the little compass in the middle, it tells you where things are. As you can see, I actually came up from the Leowin route and never used this route before because I just found something along the way. Well, we're starting to get pretty close now. That shrine there, I don't think you'll see that unless you have Knights of the Nine. I might be wrong because I've always had it, but I know that it's a big part of Knights of the Nine, all these little shrines, and I know that they are a part of Knights of the Nine, so it might not be there, so don't try and look for that, because it might not be there unless you're on Knights of the Nine. Yeah, same, that Oblivion Gate also is just a random one that pops up, so don't look for that. And then you should see on your compass a cave sign there. You can see it. If you look at the compass, you can see the cave sign. That is rock milk. Probably the best legit way of making money. Sorry, it just had a little load there. So once you're there, you want to get your best gear on, or, well, it doesn't have to be your best gear, as long as you can survive with it. All my Daedric stuff I enchanted myself using the Frostcrag Spire thing. So, yeah, just so you know, I haven't hacked it or anything. Or got secret things that you can find somewhere. I've made it myself. Right, in this bit, it's all about making sure you pick up the lighter, more valuable stuff the first run. And then the second time you go back, you want to loot everything. Now, at my level, I really don't need money for pretty much anything, because if I need arrows and shit, I'll just come here, because you can't buy that good arrows anyway. And I can repair my own stuff using the repair hammers I get from here. So pretty much everything you need can get from here. The only thing I don't get from here, enough of anyway, is potions. But yeah, as you can see, daggers, very light, very valuable. This guy here, he starts on this little bed here which you can't sleep on, and that's why you can't sleep on it, because he's there. There's a lot of different chests and things all over Rockmilk. The first of all is here. Now I've got the skull key, or whatever it is. It's the pick lock that never breaks, so I just auto attempt it over and over. And then you go down into the first area and you'll fight a bunch of people. You've got the Black Bow Bandits, and they're the people who you'll find have all the light gear and bows and arrows usually. And then you've got Marauders who have all the heavy gear. Now these two traps, when you go down the first time they'll swing, but they're usually already set off by the Marauders. And then you come into here and there's more Black Bow Bandits and Marauders. Again, look at the Black Bow Bandits for light gear and the Marauders for heavy gear. Now there's the second bit of loot in there, second chest. Now there's also a chest in this main room which I'll show you in a bit, but then in here there's a Marauder Battle Mage. Now the Battle Mages are cheeky little fuckers, because they'll like summon it so it looks like they've got a Daedric helmet on when they don't. But luckily this guy did have a Daedric cuirass. Just deciding whether or not to take it, but I ended up doing so. And then there's the original chest, which I forgot to show you on the first time, but I remembered. I'm not letting you down. And then there's this one which usually has a potion in it. Now in this bit I kind of forgot. I was like, did I show them the chest? I think I did. I might not have though, so I better go back. And then I went back and showed you the chest again. And then I realised I obviously had, because there wasn't a potion in there. Anyway, this is the first major room. In this room you'll have about 3 Marauders and about 4 or 5 Black Bow Bandits, including a Black Bow Ringleader. Now the Ringleaders are the best loot in the whole thing, because you'll usually get enchanted gear. And not every time. I've heard that sometimes you don't, but every time for me I've got enchanted gear. So I presume it's like an every time situation. They at least have one enchanted item, but it might not be. And then this is the biggest room. In this room there are a hell of a lot of Marauders, a hell of a lot of bandits, and then 1 bandit ringleader. So what you want to do is you want to come in here and kill the first Marauder archer you see. And then you're going to sorry, I was checking the difficulty there. Then you're going to look down on there and you're going to see that there is a crap load of stuff you're going to fight. So you're going to shimmy your way down the side. You can just watch and let them fight, although sometimes they notice you and then come up and try and kill you. So it's easier just to jump down and get into the middle of all the fighting. As long as you can take damage, that is. If you're a light armoured character, I would advise waiting as long as you could, because with light armour you just can't like withstand the battering these guys are going to try and give you. And all my Daedric, every single Daedric item I've got is upgraded with plus 10 endurance, so I have a lot of health, a lot. As you can see, once you like reach level 25 plus, the Marauders start to have shitloads of Daedric on, which makes it very easy to get full Daedric. And at the same time, you can also get a lot of glass and that if you're looking for a light character's armour. Although most people do use heavy armour, because in the end, once you reach level 100, it's better. Because with both of them, once you reach level 100, you both have no weight